Hey guys, this is week 2 of the Horse Boss Challenge, 30 days to slow to show. I'm still getting over being sick, so I did my best on riding this week. Next week's gonna be maybe a little bit of a challenge. It's actually snowing here in Canada right now. So my arena's gonna be really, really wet. So I'm gonna do my best for week 3, but we'll see how the weather is, because unfortunately, there's no indoor arenas to haul to around here, but we'll take it day by day. So week 2, so day 1, I decided to let's do this at a fast pace and pick it apart and go take each day by day, doing drills to have him close the door better. So you'll see my first day, he did really, really well. Like, I was super happy with it. One thing that I will pick apart is he didn't overfinish his third barrel, so we're gonna work on that. Day 2, I decided to not do the barrels and to just work on the resistance drill, and it was a fail. Like, really bad. He was getting extremely frustrated, and like, he's 7. He's a finished barrel horse. I don't really pick on him a whole lot because I kind of just go with the flow, and I think he thought I was being a bully to him. So you'll see him struggle. And then day 3, we went back to the barrels. We did some more resist training. After day 2 being an absolute disaster, I decided to go and re-watch Fallon's videos to see if there was something that I could like pick up on that would be suitable for him. So I kind of re-watched them. I took some notes. I kind of was actually able to pick out like a few things from each horse of Fallon's to kind of like zone in on what I needed to do with Vegas. So Amora, with Amora, like, the biggest thing was Fallon was trying to get her to think about where her feet were, and I thought that was a great example of something that I feel like Vegas was maybe struggling with his, like, the resist training. So one of the things that Fallon had mentioned was working on rollbacks and figure eights and working on backing up lots. So that's something that I added in on day 3. I started doing the rollbacks. And if you see him on day 3 and you see him on day 5, holy, that's all I can say. Huge difference. So Thomas, the things that I had picked out that Vegas was very similar with is, seriously, the personalities. Like, it's very funny. Like, they're very similar. Like, Vegas is very all business. He's not a lovey horse. He's like, okay, give me the job. I'll do it. Let's get it done. That's it. But man, I wish I had a horse that broke. My 2-year-old is gonna get broke here in the spring, and then I think I'm gonna do some research and send her to reining or cutting trainer, because man, I've had some horses that have all those fancy buttons, and I want another. I want another. So Mac is also very similar to Vegas in certain aspects as well. So Vegas got hurt. It would have been in May. He got hurt. He had a really bad stifle injury. So I kind of, like, if you look at week 1, like, I kind of wonder if he's still trying to figure out if it hurts or not when he's doing some of these drills, because if you look at the rollbacks, he's really good one way and he's really bad the other. And it's like he doesn't want to sit on his hind end and then turn back around, which I kind of think it's him being like, oh my God, does this hurt? But then again, I think near day 5, he was getting super comfortable and he was like, yeah, this is okay. So I think Vegas and Mac are very similar in that aspect with like the whole injury thing, and they're trying to like re-figure out their bodies in the sense of what's okay. Um, and yeah, so the other thing that Fallon had mentioned in her video was talking about how she treats all her horses the same with like the same kind of routines, because if they're a rodeo horse, a jackpot horse, whatever, their day to day looks exactly the same. And I do that at my house, like with my 2-year-olds, my good horse, well, he's not mine, but we have one horse that's older, and then even our donkey. Our donkey gets 10 out of 10 treatment. But anyhow, I'll post my progress videos and we'll chat afterwards. This is day 1 of week 2. I decided to give him some speed and do the drill. I wasn't going to get after him for hitting that barrel because he came back so tight. And then this is where I felt like he just didn't quite finish enough on third. This is day 2, where I had a lot of issues with Vegas doing the resistance training. He just was not having it, or he was kind of anticipating it, so I decided to try to break up his shoulders a little bit. If you just kind of watch through, you can see me struggling, and I was trying to turn him the opposite way of what he was anticipating, which I think made him a little bit more frustrated. Day 3, we decided to go back to the barrels. I slowed him down a little bit more, and we were working on closing the door. That second was so nice. And then we took him to the fence because I'm trying to get him to overfinish that third barrel. We then decided to go back to the resist training. If you watch, he was having some serious issues here. And like I said in an earlier video, that I go and I start working on rollbacks. So after I tried to get as much as I could out of this drill, I went to do some rollbacks afterwards. Instead of fighting with him, I decided to break his shoulders, as Fallon was saying in her video, where I just did some small circles to get his mind off of backing up. I had to do it again on this side as well. This is me working on the rollbacks. Like I said, he's pretty good on the one side and he's not great on the other. So I started doing like the small circles just to keep his front feet moving instead of him dumping to the front end and not like rolling back. As you see through the week though, he really improves on that rollback. This is day 4 progress. I loped through the pattern and tried to over-exaggerate my finishes for closing the door. The second barrel was super nice, and then I made sure to pull them towards the fence. So this is us working on the rollback drill as it worked better for the resistance training. You can see that on his one side, he's working a lot harder on actually using his hind end and rolling back and coming back. You can see here that I turned to the camera because I was so excited because he felt so good on that turn. Thanks for watching.